Fischbach.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Excuse me. I just wanted really quickly, I know that there's been a lot of comments that both sides are not being listened to, and I think from the applause at the beginning, obviously you can tell both sides are represented in the audience, and the chair very thoughtfully pointed out that there were clipboards that you could make your comments on, and I know that he does that because he wants to know, we all want to know what the audience is thinking, what people who took the time to attend the hearing are thinking, and you know, he doesn't have to. It's not a requirement, and so he does it because he makes sure that those clipboards are out there so that he can hear from everybody who has taken the time to come to see. So I think it's an opportunity for all of us, and so I think that the charges and the comments that we are not hearing from both sides aren't necessarily accurate, because we spent a year traveling across the country, at least a year, traveling across the country, hearing from groups. Actually, Mr. Kester, I was thinking about, we went to the Scheffelbein farm. You might have heard of them. They're from my district. So, but, you know, I'm not going to ask any questions because I know we're short, you know, we're tight on time, but I just wanted, my district it's, you know, I border Canada, North Dakota, South Dakota. I have a huge district, very ag heavy, small businesses, middle income people, and this bill is so important to them. It really is. You know, they benefit from many of the tax provisions. Those middle class families benefit from the tax provisions, the child tax credit, the standard deduction issues. But the small businesses, and like Representative Tenney pointed out, a lot of the folks in my district work at small businesses, work at small manufacturers, family-owned manufacturers. So it is all of those fit together to make sure that our economy continues. And, you know, businesses, 199A and the death tax exemption, I know we've talked about all these, but I will tell you, the farmers and people from the ag industry would come in and visit me for the last year. And you know what they always talked about? They always talked about 199A and the death tax exemption. Those were critical for them. And it's critical for the economy in my district and across the country to have those farmers succeed. You know, and the one thing we don't talk about either, and I know we're focusing on taxes, but that a large portion of the Farm Bill was included in this bill. You know, this bill is full of great things for, and we don't talk about all of them, but, you know, improvements to the crop insurance program, enhancement to reference prices for the price loss coverage and dairy margin. And so I just wanted to point out, because you know, if I'm not the last one, I may be second to last, but there's so many good things in this bill that we aren't talking about, and I think that the tax incentives for both small businesses and for families, like those child tax credit, really are something that we need to promote and make sure that people understand how important those are to not only businesses but to our families in the middle class. And so I really think that I think we did a great job in finding out what was important to the economy, to people, to businesses, and putting it together, and to the farm for the farmers too. So, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield back.